Hey, it's JP with Central Idaho Mountain Weather. It's January 8th, 2025. Looking out at the Pioneers yesterday from Roundhouse. Clouds cleared out and we had a pretty nice sunny day. And if you're still enjoying this broadcast, you have to do a one-time donation or even better, sustaining membership to keep this going. Looking at the next couple days, we are high and dry for the most part. We do have a small little system coming through today. But that's going to keep mostly to the northeast and just pretty much bring us northwest winds increasing today. So some cloud cover dissipating in the afternoon, and then the winds are going to crank in the afternoon at upper elevations of up to 35 miles per hour. Tomorrow's going to be mostly sunny. It's going to feel like an upper a day of high pressure, but it's kind of got northerly flow to it, so it'll still keep those temperatures cooler. And then we have maybe a small disturbance coming through on Friday, looking like a trace to 2 inches, which is the most snow in the forecast over the next 10 days. So, not really bringing you any good news today. And then the winds are going to also pick up with that. Looking around at morning temperatures, we are in the teens in the Wood River Valley, and then you're below zero in Stanley. So pretty cold morning, probably some fog going on up in Stanley. All right, looking at the satellite reel this morning, we got a lot of high pressure overhead. That low is way out into the Pacific, and the area of high pressures is pushing it up and over the ridge and kind of kinking the hose and bringing it down this way. So it's kind of like an interesting flow we got going on right now. It's bringing in a lot of cool air from the north, and just keeping it at average or slightly below average for air temperature, and also not providing any moisture with that. The only thing we got coming is Friday night. And as you can see, the amounts are looking pretty low. It's looking like a sawtooth banner storm system. It's going to be coming in from the northwest, which is going to bring snow to those mountains more than the southern mountains. Looking at the 500 millibar chart with what's going on, see that area of high pressure I was talking about. There is this low down here. That's been cranking and producing some crazy winds for California. There's some fires that popped up in California yesterday afternoon into the night. Some pretty crazy footage of dozers pushing cars out of the way to clear the streets. Anyways, moving into our storm system on Saturday, you can see it's not really well defined. There's no area of low pressure with it. It's pretty scattered, therefore we're not really going to get too much out of it. It is coming from the northwest and it's going to bring some gusty winds with it. And then we'll just be kind of in rinse. It's like rinse and repeat for the next 2 days, and then looking out, just lots of northerly flow until next week, when we actually get like real high pressure ridge overhead. Right now, it's kind of been just bringing us northwest flow, but dry northwest flow. We got a low spinning down here in Southern California, and the jet stream is just going to stay parked above us for much of next week. So that means we are not really going to see anything. And this kind of looks like our next storm, which would be looking at Wednesday. That's not even coming up on the NAM models yet, so really not too much even in the future fantasy forecast to hope for, which is kind of sad. Looking at the model, the long or mid-range forecast, we are still going to be below or like near normal, I'd say, for the next week. Hopefully that goes a little cooler, and below average for any precip coming in, and then cool temperatures for the third week of January. And then this is kind of the spot where we might pick up some moisture. We're kind of on the threshold of below and near normal. Near normal would be great to see right now. And then moving into the end of January, it looks like it's going to warm up a little bit and crank on with the moisture. So looking like we are at least 10 to 15 days out from receiving any major moisture. And the MBM model surely shows that. Nothing in the forecast till maybe out here in Saturday the 18th. So we'll keep an eye on it, but it's going to be pretty boring around here. Lots of inversions, cold mornings to the valley floor, and then that air will flip and rise in the afternoon. And the mountaintops should stay fairly consistent. But yeah, we'll see what the weather brings us in the next couple weeks. Looking pretty dire. The fastening machine will turn back on and create some weak layers.